Your name cut off, by the way, Tim, so we don't know what ain't no fun. I'm going to just let you know.
I know. That's how I type.
What? It ain't no fun when the rabbit
got the gun, you know?
This nigga. Who fuck say that?
Here we go.
That's a common popular saying. Ain't no fun when the rabbit got the gun.
I've never heard that shit.
Really?
You never heard that phrase?
I've never heard that phrase.
I've heard that phrase, but
I've heard.
Your country ass ain't heard that.
I don't want to hear it from him.
I done heard it all, but I ain't hear that one.
Dog, I mean, because the reason they say ain't no fun because the rabbit's always getting hunted, so ain't no fun when the rabbit
got the gun.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But basically, you know,
When the
shoes on the other foot.
Yeah.
I'm surprised you never heard that shit before. You thought I was making some shit up?
No, I ain't saying you was making shit up. I was just the shit that sounds stupid. Because I was like, where the rabbit get the gun from? How you let the rabbit get the gun, nigga?
Exactly.
You need to get shot at. You let the rabbit get the gun, goddammit.
How'd you let the rabbit get the gun?
Questions that need answers. But you ready to start the show? You ready to get into it?
Let's do it.
Yeah, I'm good.
Welcome to episode 186 of Technical File, the sports podcast you never knew you needed.
It's your boy TIMKINZ, the number 3, aka Ass Ketchum, aka Mr. Give It To Me. Hello.
I am the Eric J.
Only known as
The Eric J.
And I'm Camille, point guard of the crew, the real life Tifa Lockhart, the girl next door. You know, holding it down for all the women who love sports.
And it's your boy K Harris, the gentleman.
The gentleman.
The everyday gentleman.
24/7.
But better known as K Diddy.
Take that.
Like, I just started to call Camille the woman of 1,000 AKAs, which made me think of Tim being the man of 1,000 vests.
Man, that shit was terrible. Every time we keep going back to that shit was terrible.
We thought that shit was fire, too. It was like, yeah, you should do it.
Hey, if you go on our
Give me your
website,
thing.
You live and you learn, bro.
hey, if you go on our website, what is he wearing though? I'm gonna just leave it there.
Yes.
That's what I'm
Kool-Aid smile.
tonight. Sick of this shit. Speaking of the website, you can follow us at www.technicalfile.com. Don't forget to put the K on that motherfucker.
Damn right.
You can also find us on IG and Twitter at Technical File.
Mm-hmm.
You can mosey on over to our Facebook, Technical File Podcast. That's our Facebook group.
Mm-hmm.
And also mosey on over to Facebook. Damn.
Just forgot like that.
just Technical File Pod Overtime is our Facebook group. We can join in with the listeners, fans, and the family. Don't forget to go on over to YouTube, Technical File Podcast.
That's right.
Like I said every week, man, if you guys enjoy being a part of this amazing Tech File fam, share it to everyone you know. Your mama, your daddy, your uncle, your granny, your cousins, your baby mama, baby daddy, whoever.
All of them.
Yeah, everybody, man. Share it to everybody. Wherever you're listening right now, all you got to do is just share it. Just do it now. It's real quick. Take less than 30 seconds. We don't grow without y'all. So let this family grow, man. Tech File fam out here. We the best. We out here.
Thank y'all to everybody who participated in the Tech File Challenge. Y'all came through with some businesses, boy. Y'all was dropping some ideas. So in case you missed last week's show, the Tech File Challenge was to drop a Black-owned business in the comments. So we got a lot of different things. I saw a watchmaker.
Yeah, that was my guy Mario, actually. Went to college with him. So support Incomparable.
That's dope.
You said that was who from college?
Mario McCoy.
Okay, cool. Shout out. But yeah, is there a Tech File Challenge this week?
How about a Black History fact?
Dude, I thought about that earlier, but I thought it was corny. I was going to say, like, just screenshots some memes or some shit of, like, some quotes. Black quotes.
No, I mean, like, we can use this space to educate too,
Yeah,
There
man.
you go.
It don't have to be even be
That's what we
obscure,
do.
like just something that's noteworthy, like George Washington Carver created the peanut or the peanut butter or whatever.
Yeah, there you go.
I'm with it. We should each have to drop a fact too. So
Okay,
I
bet.
just did mine.
no, that don't count.
Nah.
That was an example.
Go ahead, post that.
Tech Follow Challenge don't happen on the show. It happened in the social media. So for sure, make sure y'all do that though.
Oh,
The
this
long
is my
break.
part.
Yeah, I was like, come on, man. He over here taking drinks of water. He's sitting there taking his time,
Chilling.
enjoying himself.
Just
I
chill.
thought there was going to be more banter. I thought there was going to be more conversation. But wherever you find podcasts, you can find us. That includes Apple Podcasts,
Mm-hmm.
Google Podcasts,
Yes, sir.
Stitcher,
Uh-huh.
SoundCloud, Spotify,
Spotify,
Amazon Music,
Amazon Music.
iHeartRadio,
Boom, boom.
Himalaya,
Like a player.
Play out.
and wherever you're listening to this episode right now, while there, make sure that you like, subscribe, rate, review. 5 stars or better. It helps us and we appreciate it.
For sure. We definitely.
Is this the
do.
point where we say where we're going to be next week? Or we going to...
Oh, no, tell the people.
Yeah,
Just
later.
tell the people. So we got something to announce to y'all.
Mm-hmm.
You can find Tech
Oh,
Follow in all of those places.
wait. Dude, can you throw some horns or some shit on here? Breaking news, big announcement.
You can find Tech Follow in many places, as Eric has already mentioned. There's one more place you're going to be able to find us, though,
And where is that?
with the Good News.
The
Good
Good
News
News.
Radio, yes. Make sure y'all go and download the Good News app. You'll be able to hear us live when we record on Tuesday nights. So if you would like to be part of the show in the sense of being able to hear us live, drop messages in the chat box so we can actually interact with y'all as we record.
Mm-hmm.
The only way you can do that is by having the Good News app, downloading and hitting us up. We'll be on there from 6 to 8 p.m. Central Time every week, starting next week. So
Next week.
that's what's up, man. We
Check us
syndicated. We syndicated in LA now. So
What's
We
called?
need
Nigga,
y'all.
you're always, hey, fuck them Lakers. I don't know. Fuck what y'all talking about.
Hey, bro, relax. Relax, my nigga. What's wrong with you?
I'm kidding.
He ain't kidding.
We'll get that
But-
later.
Don't get us kicked off before we even start.
Exactly.
Right.
Hey, no, we hopped in that damn chat, and what they say? Hey, watch Kansas City teach Green Bay how to win on Sunday.
Oh,
did
yeah,
they not? Oh,
they
okay.
did. They did.
Oh, okay.
They did.
Okay.
All I'm gonna say about that until we talk about the Super Bowl is that the Packers ain't get blown out. That's all I'm gonna say
God
about that. But anywho, the Good News Radio, y'all can catch us there starting next week. We'll make sure to post the links and everything to remind y'all. So check us out if you want to hear us live on Tuesdays. You'll also be able to get the full back, get every show we record from that point forward on the app as well. So
Sure.
Tech File in different places, different ways. Check us out. We got the YouTube. We got all the different podcast platforms. Now we got like pretty much a live radio version of the show. So come F with us. We need that support next week. So Tuesday,
We out here.
come on out. Come on out. We got to make a grand entrance onto the network.
Indeed.
That being said, before we get into the sport fact of the week and the show itself, we are going to shout out our top listening cities from the past week and also say hello to our international listeners. So, number 1 last week, what a bullet. Milwaukee, Wisconsin, the hometown. Shout out to y'all. We need y'all number 1 on Good News, too. Like, y'all, run it up everywhere. Run it up
Run
everywhere
that.
for us.
Run that. Download it right now if you haven't either.
Yeah, the Good News app.
Download it.
Hey, you'll see it. TGN. You will see it. Number 2, Butler, New Jersey.
Butler.
I was like, that's new, ain't it? Have we had Butler before? I don't know.
I don't remember that one.
Shout out to Butler,
Welcome.
New Jersey for
Welcome.
finding us and tuning in.
Mm-hmm.
Number 3, Racine, Wisconsin.
Ray Silla. Always
Down
there.
south. What's
Every
good?
week.
Number 4, Elgin, Illinois.
Okay, LJ, you've been there too. Mm-hmm. I've been around. I see y'all. Welcome back.
Number 5, we got Las Vegas, Nevada.
What's going on, Vegas?
Vegas.
I don't recall us having Vegas, at least not
Not in a while.
Vegas.
Bebe's kids. I see it. Number 6, we got New Orleans, Louisiana. Shout out to the NOLA.
Know ya. What's going on? Welcome
What's
back.
going on? Number 7, we got Cypress, Texas.
Cypress, Texas. What's going on, y'all?
Y'all consistent. Appreciate y'all tuning
Exactly.
in.
Welcome back.
Number 8, we got Chicago, Illinois.
Chi-Town, always there, always showing love.
Appreciate y'all. Number 9, we got New Berlin, Wisconsin.
Hello,
New Berlin. Y'all been there too. I see y'all.
And then number 10, we're going to round it out with another Wisconsin city, Germantown, Wisconsin.
Germantown.
Hello, David.
What's going on? Hey, Brookfield, where y'all at, man? Next week we need Brookfield in here heavy.
Raise the roof.
Yeah.
We got to raise the roof for Brookfield.
Raise the roof for Brookfield. Y'all come on back.
International listeners, we had 2 international countries checking in for last week. We had Egypt.
Oh,
Egypt, dope.
Hello.
I like
Welcome.
that. And the United Kingdom.
Okay, UK, welcome. Hello, Governor.
Welcome.
Spain, if I don't know where you at, but we miss you, Spain.
Exactly.
It's been a while.
It's
I
been
thought
a
you was
while.
traveling or something, but it's been a while. We hope you good, Spain.
Yeah, welcome. You gotta come back.
Let's get into the sport fact of the week.
Yep, brother wasn't ready.
Again, what is up with you today, man?
Sorry. The 9th. This is actually a good one. Magic Johnson comes out of retirement to win the MVP award in the NBA All-Star Game in Orlando Arena. So this was February 9th, 1992. Johnson had announced his retirement November 7th, 1991 after testing positive for HIV. Though he is selected as a starter in the fan vote, many players argue that Johnson shouldn't be able to see game action because that would be a risk if he were to suffer an open cut during play. Johnson shakes off the criticism and leads the West to a 153-113 victory with 25 points, 9 assists, and 5 rebounds. He ends the game with a three-pointer, and players rush the court to congratulate him. Magic won't play in another NBA game for 4 years. So
that was a crazy
time.
situation. Yeah.
Crazy time, but
crazy time.
That is a fun fact.
Like, I wonder if, years from now we'll look back on the pandemic and we'll have the same thing. Like, man, people were really overreacting, or people really didn't know what was what with the virus, and like you couldn't catch it by
of course
an open cut.
And
I'll just be interested to see how history looks upon this time in general.
Yeah.
I think they're gonna look at it the actual complete opposite way, as in like these people did not take this seriously enough. But we'll see. I would like to be wrong about that, but
yes,
I don't feel like I'm gonna be. Now, before we actually get into the topics of the week, I do want to say this week we're treating this as a holiday episode. I know y'all like, ain't no holiday. Well, it's Valentine's Day weekend. Mm-hmm. There ain't no All-Star game, so
I'm gonna make it lullaby.
Normally, it's like some NBA activities going around the weekend, Valentine's Day weekend. Ain't none of that. The NBA ain't taking away from your Valentine's Day weekend. So we gonna do this like a holiday episode. That means that this episode will be a little bit less form as the other episodes that we do. So more conversational. Instead of me running the show all the way through, for the most part, we're gonna go like popcorn style in tech order. So Tim, Eric, myself, then Ken. We'll pick topics to talk about. We'll go into it. It's normally just more conversational, more casual, more jokes. So buckle up. Oh, and also, instead of having our normal top 5, we do a draft. And I am very, very excited for this week's draft. So let's get into the show. Now, Tim, where are you starting us off at?
Does he know he's muted?
I don't think he knows he's muted.
I'm back. We're gonna start off with the Super Bowl. What you talking about?
Hey, you never know with you. Sometimes you be picking like the D story of the week. I don't know. Hey,
listen. I pick what I pick when I want to pick, and then leave me alone. We're gonna talk about it when we talk about it.
I definitely expected him to start with the Rocks football card and shit.
No. Anyways, Super Bowl recap. Tampa Bay Buccaneers beat the Kansas City Chiefs 31-9. What did y'all think about the game?
Boring.
Super boring.
Yeah, it was boring as hell. I was falling asleep and shit. I was like, damn.
I wouldn't. Okay, so I said that it'd be boring depending on what fan base you were part of because
I wasn't a fan base either.
Man,
and it was still boring.
It was some Bucks fans that I know that were geeked the whole game.
Cause they don't count. Exactly. They're the only people who don't count. Their opinions don't count. They won. They don't count. Of course they're gonna enjoy it.
It was like the greatest Super Bowl ever.
No, it wasn't. No, it definitely was not. It was an ass whooping. It was probably one of the greatest ever. I'll tell you that much.
So I'll be fair. I was wrong, but I will say like I didn't take into consideration what Camille said at the end. Essentially, that Kansas City's offensive line was decimated. Like Patrick Mahomes was running for his life every snap. Like
Russ.
I was gonna say he looked like Kyler Murray, like just scrambling backwards, like to run around like a little badass kid. Cause damn,
he big as hell,
and he had a bad toe. He ran almost 500 yards during that game.
Jeez,
like he did all he could to win that game.
He did,
man. Off the hands, off a face mask. I'm like, bro, y'all dropping balls
at least
in the Super Bowl.
Like we said when we recapped the Packers loss to the Buccaneers. When you're playing against Tom Brady, first you have to play a very clean game because Tom Brady don't make too many mistakes. And if you do make a mistake, you better capitalize.
Mm-hmm.
They did not play a clean game. And on top of that, their defensive line or their offensive line, as Eric, they just could not stand up. And it was funny when we had the discussion last week about the predictions, and I was thinking about it because I'm like, man, Tampa Bay's defense is really good, but like Patrick Mahomes, you know, like he does some magical things. Like I know we had the conversation too about which team was hot, which team was kind of squeaking through, but I felt like they could always come back. That's why I kept like, maybe they could come back. But it seemed like as the game wore on, the O-line got worse. And then I was like, by the fourth quarter, I was like, who trying to play 2K or
like, no.
Plus, by the end of the game, like Tampa could just pin their ears back because they know they're not running. Which I don't think Kansas City ever really set up the run at any point in time in the game. Like
they tried, but then motherfuckers they be out there hitting.
they lost, and they lost to the line of scrimmage. Like the O line was outmatched, like period. They couldn't get anything going.
Yeah, so
it was a tough thing, and then of course,
sorry,
they're
Chief.
gonna say the refs. Of course, they're gonna say the refs. No, as a player, not a player.
A player?
Fan.
What team you play for?
I was like, damn, what?
As a
fan, there's no Black History fan.
I ain't got my share of Lambo yet. I'm fair as soon as I get my little share of Lambo. What y'all talking about? But no, as a fan of a team who wasn't in the Super Bowl, looking at it, I can see where y'all want to like argue about the refs for the most part and it being Tampa time and shit, but. Nah, the Chiefs was really shooting themselves in the foot. I mean, them receivers is like 6'3", 6'4". They big as shit. Like,
here's the thing about like refereeing. Like, two things can be true at once. Like, yes, the Chiefs got outplayed in every facet of the game, but also there were some questionable ass calls that almost 100% of the time went Tampa Bay's way. So you can be frustrated. Like, I wouldn't say that's why they lost the game, but it definitely didn't help.
I will say that I was on Twitter and literally after every penalty call, people was like, the ref's cooking. And I'm like, he was literally holding. Like, I just saw him hold him. That's a penalty. You cannot trip Mike Evans when he's running. You can't. Like, I saw it. And they sitting there talking about something.
Like, bro, he was 6'4".
Like, there was, I think, I can remember like 2 where I was like, I'm not sure if you should have called that one. But like the other 7 or 8 that they had, they did that.
Or the offsides.
They did that.
Like, come on
dropping Pat, like,
yeah, come on now.
Y'all had Pat Mahomes out here making miraculous. He had 2 plays that would have been Super Bowl highlights forever had they been completed.
Yeah. The one that he was falling, I was like, dude got the ball off perfect spiral. Hit him right in the face mask, bro. Like, what the fuck, bro?
How'd you do that? Like,
how is that possible, bro?
He I don't even know which play y'all talking about. Like, there was the one where he like fell down and he was like parallel to the ground and threw it, and there was the other one where he just kind of like turned around and chucked it and like hit him on the back pylon.
I think it was the third and I think it was the Kelsey one on the third down.
Mm-hmm.
That was just a drop, but then
that was just a drop. I'm talking about like the spectacular play.
The pile-on one was caught, but it was out of bounds. That was one that would have been a highlight forever. And the other one is the one Cam was talking about, where he was falling and he kind of scooped through it and it hit dude in the face. And it's like, how did you even get it to his face? Like,
exactly.
But like, he's amazing. And there's people after the game who were trying to act as if Pat Mahomes is like trash now or had so much further to go. And it's like, he is a very young quarterback who's already been in his second Super Bowl. Mm-hmm. He was also playing with a severely injured turf toe.
Yeah.
And he had to run the whole game.
Year 3.
Let me say so. LeBron James. This is how you start a injury narrative. You gotta say it before the game. Like, you can't come out after the game like, "Oh, I broke my hand." Like, nah, fam. Like, you gotta say that before you tip off.
Hey, bro, relax.
You know he do that. You know he do that.
Like, if this was LeBron, like, you would have found out like as Tom Brady's lifting the trophy, like, oh yeah, his toe broke.
That's why he was running like that during the game. He was limping a little bit. He'd be like, "Man, why didn't you say that before the game?"
And it would have been a much more pronounced limp. Like, he would have been dragging his leg.
Oh, by the end, LeBron would have been almost Paul Pierce in a wheelchair.
Hey, it's never stop it. Now we're like, hey, that's the line. All right, time cross line.
You're right. I went too far. You're right.
This is the line, and you crossed.
I did cross. You're right.
All right. So, if you thought the Super Bowl was boring, how'd you feel about the halftime show?
Mid.
Dude, I had high expectations. So I think that's the reason why I was like super disappointed. Because I was like, oh, it's the weekend. This shit gonna be lit. Man, that shit was garbage, bro.
He came out with the bangers though.
I enjoyed it. Like, I like the songs. Like, I know he can't dance, so it's not like you're gonna get a phenomenal performance from that aspect. Like, his live voice ain't really that great. Like, it was what I expected.
I enjoyed the song.
I feel like if you're going to be a Super Bowl halftime performer, then you need to be more. You have to have more than just a hit. Like, you need to either be able to like dance to entertain. You need to have a strong voice that's going to wow people. You need
the visuals.
Like, you have to have more. Like, The Weeknd, I don't mind his music. Like, I was singing along to a few of the songs and whatnot. Although they did sound, I'm not sure what was going on with audio. It didn't sound too good at the beginning, especially, but it just wasn't super entertaining. Like, the most entertaining part was when he was in the which all the memes have come from, the GIFs now.
Oh, with the lights.
Oh yeah,
for blinding lights.
Yeah, that was the best part of the whole halftime show, was all the GIFs and memes that came after he performed, talking about, but it was, as I said on my Facebook page while talking to TY, shout out to the 72 and 10 podcast. He said he was looking forward to it, and he's like, it really was mid. And I was like, yeah, they bought some exotic bags off Amazon and put the mid in the bag. That was his halftime performance.
Yeah. They
bought exotic bags off Amazon and put the mid in the bag and tried to get that to you. So fans of The Weeknd, they saw the bag and they was like, this is my cut. I love this. This is my favorite. You know what? And everybody else was like, this ain't hitting, fam. What is this? What did I just pay for? So that's how I viewed the Super Bowl halftime show.
I can't appreciate, though, that he kind of played with the medium a little bit more than you normally would at a Super Bowl, because at the Super Bowl, you got to play to the crowd, and considering quarter capacity or whatever it was, I mean, it looked like half capacity, but that's another thing for another day. But like the fact that he could go like off stage and do some weird like visual shit with the mirrors and then make his way down to the crowd real quick, like that was I like the technical aspect, I guess, of the performance.
I can get that. Even the masked dudes on the field, that was a nice visual to see all the people like on the field where normally you see fans on the field around the stage. So that was kind of cool too. I'll give him credit for that, but it was mid. The mid be selling though.
Songs, man, I really did. But Brady ended up winning the Super Bowl MVP. So, and he extended his record with his 5th Super Bowl MVP and his 7th title, just to kind of run that back. So Brady, congratulate. You know what? Give them their congrats though. Congratulations to the Bucs.
Oh, for sure.
Congratulate no Tom Brady in Black History Month. Fuck out of here.
I said the Buccaneers. Because their organization, they did some diversity shit on their coaching staff, so I said the Bucs. Yeah, I definitely did.
Fuck Tom Brady. But no, shout out to all the coordinators and coaching staff of Tampa Bay.
Most definitely, bro.
That would be Tampa Bay's Lori Locust and Meryl. How you say your name? Javadier? Javadifer?
Sure. I don't know. Moral J. Let's just call it that.
They
I know you
became
ain't
the
asking
first,
me.
Female assistant coaches to win the Super Bowl, while referee Sarah Thomas became the first woman official to ref a Super Bowl as well. So there was some things happening.
Bruce Arians is a real one, even though his last name Arian.
Yeah. I mean,
I know he was that old.
His coaching, yeah.
Yeah.
Like a lot of these coaches are old. Well, that's why Matt LaFleur is more of the younger wave coaches or the newer coaches, because a lot of these coaches used to be old as crap.
Yeah, he's still busting the Kango.
Hey, they still getting it.
Well,
though.
ain't he the oldest coach in the NFL? Ain't he? He's going on 70.
Either him or Belichick.
Like, yeah. I would have to. I'm gonna look that up. That's interesting.
But Tampa Bay. Oh, so did y'all see on the in the middle of the game, Brady and Honey Badger was kind of jaw jacking, going back and forth and shit?
Yeah, and who get the penalty?
So
Wild.
See, and like those were the calls I was talking about, like that, where it was like kind of a judgment call, and then they got like an unnecessary roughness for like shoving, like after the dude got shoved first. Like I get it, like the one that does it second usually gets the thing, but it's like it's the Super Bowl. Like people have been pushing and shoving after every play. Like it wasn't egregious. It wasn't like somebody hit somebody in the head. Like it was just like they shoved each other. But penalty on Kansas City. But anyway, you were saying too.
No,
Brady sent us that.
No, I guess Brady apologized to him after the game via text message. I guess things got a little bit chippy, a little heated and everything like that. So Brady apologized, said he was in the heat of the moment. Let me see if I can find the text message from ESPN, though.
By the way, there are 6 coaches that are 60 or older in the league.
6 of 60 or older?
6 coaches are 60 or older going at the beginning of last season. So you had Vic Fangio from the Broncos. You had Andy Reid from the Chiefs. Both of them are 62. You had Mike Zimmer, Vikings coach, at 64. Bruce Arians, who is 68. Bill Belichick, who is 68. And then Pete Carroll, who turned 70 this year.
Pete Carroll.
He is, but he seems way younger than all those people that you just named off.
Yeah, he does.
He still be running around and all types of shit.
It's because he's so fiery.
Yeah.
No, but Brady really, long story short, Brady ended up apologizing, saying that he wanted to he sent them a text message and everything like that, saying that he was kind of out of character. He'd been watching him since he was at LSU, things of that nature. So in the future, he hoped to apologize to him in person, just kind of, squash whatever he said on the field. And they asked Honey Badger what he said, and he was like, some things I won't repeat. So, I mean, Brady wanted to have an in-person apology now and everything. It had to be something kind of tough to get Tom Brady to come out and to personally apologize to you.
I think he slipped up his head.
I mean, the reaction that he got on the field made me think, like, it wasn't in bounds.
He was like, nigga, what?
Yeah. I mean, again, the reaction makes me think he put a little extra. He spiced it up a little bit, like a BA in.
Yeah, like, oh, you just pure disrespect. Black History Month, my nigga, damn.
I didn't say nigga.
Megan don't give a damn
nigga.
out here. This ain't Megan country no more, B. Chill out.
I was talking about Gavin. Like, yeah, he's my nigga.
Right. And so lastly for the Super Bowl, just real quick to wrap it up, Patrick Mahomes is going to have surgery on his turf to fix his turf toe. And CBS commercials drew in 96.4 million viewers, which is the smallest television audience since 2006.
The Super Bowl,
the
game. The game, not the commercial.
Okay.
Right? Yeah.
Were there any commercials that stood out to y'all?
I was going to say, we can't do a Super Bowl part about talking about the commercial. Where the commercial talk? Cheetos commercial with Shaggy.
It was Shaggy.
That was a great one.
That was my favorite one.
That was hilarious.
It made me laugh. But my favorite commercial.
Like, who told Ashton to make sure to do that accent? Like that.
I forgot they were married in real life too. Like I was like, oh shoot, they are married.
They got one of my favorite rom-coms.
Yeah.
Strings of friends with benefits, no strings attached. Whichever one.
I get them confused because it's two. That's the exact same plot.
No strings attached.
And actually, they weren't even in the same movie. They were in opposite movies.
I think one is
Justin Timberlake and Mila Kunis.
Yeah,
whatever.
Close enough, goddamn.
It was all one big ass movie.
Right.
It felt like it was the same movie with a different cast.
Yeah.
But my favorite commercial was the Michael B. Jordan Alexa commercial. That was definitely my favorite commercial of the night.
I might have tuned out at that point.
It was,
I like the T-Mobile one with Gwen Stefani. She was looking fine. I'm like, damn, how young is Gwen? Sam was like, she ain't that young. Look her up and shit.
Gotta be like 50.
How old did she say she was? 47 or something like that?
I was thinking she was in her 40s. No, she's 51.
50? I
knew it.
51.
She 51 for real, damn.
Right. Look, and then I was like, dude, the T-Mobile commercial for sure. For sure.
I didn't know she was that old. Well, Blake Shelton, that nigga down there 60.
Is he really?
No, I don't know. You can look at shit.
I would say, I bet he probably like 35 or something like that.
he younger than me and shit. looking like that.
He is 44. So yeah.
He 51.
But yeah, those were my two favorites.
Speaking of ages, like I told y'all in the group chat, but like I was shocked to find out that Bow Wow is older than Antonio Brown.
Yeah, like when you said that, it really hit like, damn, on what he really is.
Antonio Brown is like our age. Like,
yeah. I don't know why I always thought he was older.
He y'all age, he younger than me.
On what?
He's 32, right?
He 32, yeah.
Yeah. I'm older than that. Man, we older than that nigga.
I'm not. Barely, but I'm not.
And like the reason I even looked that up is because like, you know, Bow Wow, like he loved the name drop. So like after the game, he was like, yeah, big dog, I told you, you know, just keep with it and you'll get back on, blah, blah, blah. Like if Antonio Brown's been taking life advice from Shad Moss, like that explains a lot about the last 4 years.
I mean, since you're talking about him, do you want to go into that topic?
I can. Scroll down.
Biggity Bow Wow.
Yeah. So entertainers in general are getting in on the wrestling. So the aforementioned Bow Wow has announced that I don't want to say he announced that he plans to join WWE. He just tweeted about it.
Hey, Vince McMahon gonna be mad. Like, ain't nobody see his ass coming over here. What the fuck?
But they actually did.
Man's like, who the fuck is Bow Wow?
No, they actually came through and covered him because after all of the hype, WWE came through and retweeted.
For real?
Yeah, you know they weren't gonna pass that up. You know they was the moment Bow Wow said after I finished my recording career with my last album, it's WWE time. You know they was. You know Vince was like a rapper. That's my best Vince imitation.
He ready to say my nigga again. That's what he came. He's like, yes.
I mean, is Bad Bunny just like a part of the roster now? Like
Bad Bunny's gonna be there until WrestleMania. They say you'll see a lot of Bad Bunny leading up to WrestleMania.
Yeah, fuck with it.
That's
actually like this feel like the first time they've had a star in their prime since. Damn, I can't even say Mike Tyson because like Mike Tyson was on the downslope.
Do y'all know these crazy Americans been over here talking about who is Bad Bunny?
Oh, that doesn't surprise me at all.
And just wilding on Twitter and shit like that. Who's Bad Bunny? We don't know who this dude. Like, bro, he's like the biggest Latin pop star right now, like the biggest
in the world.
Yeah, that goes on to speak more so about
wrestling
America. The fact like how when we won a championship, like, we're world champs, and it's like we only play in North America, fam. Like.
Yeah, we're okay.
We are very self-centered in that way. Like if it's not, and I don't want to be associated with that, but I know that's the connotation that Americans have. Like, I mean, you know what? I'm not even gonna get into COVID because I have a whole rant about America and the reason why we are where we are now. Because never mind. Continue on about Bow Wow. I'm not trying to get us pulled off the air.
It's been a lifelong dream for him to be WWE champion, which okay. And also they say he wants to tag up with Rey Mysterio so they can be tag champs.
Yeah.
What's his ring name gonna be?
Y'all here for Bow Wow in the WWE?
He said he's gonna go with his name. He said he gotta
go Bow Wow.
He said he's gonna go with his name, Shad.
Yeah, man. Like, look,
It's already been a shot in WWE. You can't add that name.
He gonna rap his theme song too.
Superstars already on Twitter, like Ricochet, the Redemption Cats, some NXT dudes, Isaiah Swerve, like some of the bigger names down there. The dude, thick dude, Bronson.
Have y'all seen Bow Wow's Twitter profile picture?
No.
He got the WWE logo in it.
Yeah,
Oh,
bro.
for real? He clouded, bro.
No, he's finna literally be in the WWE. Like I said, I gotta find that tweet, but they come.
Oh, and now for the look. Oh, he wilding, bro.
He finna. He was beefing John Morrison and them. Like,
look, I said it before. Like people were laughing at the idea, but listen, Bow Wow has the personality to be a wrestler because he doesn't seem to take himself too seriously.
He gonna be like Leo Rush.
Yeah,
that's what he gonna be like, Leo Rush.
But it's just gonna be weird as hell looking at him in the ring.
Yeah, he been on Twitter all morning. Hashtag Bow Wow WWE, tagging people. He
gonna fuck around, come out here and be cold though.
So the WWE retweeted it and said, "Could the one and only Bow Wow be headed to the WWE?"
See, this man posted a picture of himself as a kid with a wrestling belt.
We're gonna see Bow Wow in the ring in a minute.
At WrestleMania, they're quick.
The longer that this conversation is going on, like it's actually a match made in heaven because they both some attention whores. So the fact that they can leverage each other to get some clicks, some likes.
That's gonna be wild. This is gonna be hilarious. This WrestleMania season is gonna be interesting.
Yeah. As long as I get to see him get super kicked or choke slam, like it's found money to me.
They might as well let him host on WrestleMania.
One thing I will say about Bow Wow is that he's a star, but we also know WWE don't really know how to handle cruiserweights, and that man is like
a featherweight,
the epitome,
5'5" on a good day. So we'll see how that actually goes.
But
I like the idea of it.
But he's not the only entertainer getting in on the wrestling. Actually, this ain't even on here, but I saw Cardi B is close to a deal with WWE for WrestleMania. So, we talked about that a couple months ago.
That normally happens. She ain't trying to wrestle. She's just trying to get a quick check.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah. She come in there, smack a few hoes, and walk out.
I mean, didn't Snooki wrestle? Didn't Snooki actually wrestle when she came on?
She jumped on the top rope on somebody.
Snoop Dogg been doing frog splashes.
She ain't that big either.
Shaq out here trying to wrestle.
No,
so Shaq is actually in a mixed tag match on Dynamite this week, March 3rd.
And then he's going to be at March 7th. They have something going on too that he's supposed to be at. But
right there, whatever their pay-per-view is.
He a TNT analyst. The show come on TNT.
Yeah,
it makes sense to me.
Exactly, it makes sense.
Yeah, like shout out to him though, because like he's putting black women on, because like it's a mixed tag match and both of the women are black in the match. So it's Shaq and Jay Cargill against Cody Rhodes and Red Velvet.
That's quite a wrestling name.
Red Velvet.
Red Velvet.
Let me see what Red Velvet look like.
You better have a fat ass.
Come on with the yams.
No, it's interesting.
But it could have been Cody's wife Brandy, who had her arm broken during this feud. But as his partner, but Cody announced that she's pregnant and won't be. Oh, they got
that was pretty cool. And people was in the ring like, "Oh man!" And then
that's how he announced it.
Yeah, like he was in the ring cutting a promo about Shaq, and then he was like, "Will be my wife, but she had her arm broken." She's like, "But she's pregnant," so everybody was like, "Oh!" It was pretty cool. I was like, "Oh shit, that's dope." That's all I was like, "Oh, so her arm being broken was her getting rolled off."
Yeah.
So I'm like, "That's pretty dope." But congratulations. So
that's why she came out with that neck snapping, like, "Who the fuck do you think you?"
Yeah, she's better with her promos.
No, but I'm gonna use your segue of surprise announcements to talk about some NFL award winners. So we know who the NFL regular season award winners are. MVP went to that bad man Aaron Rodgers, who, as I mentioned during his acceptance speech, he said, "I'm engaged." Like he thanked his fiance, and I was like, what?
"Everybody just dropping bombs."
Like, what?
Hey, me.
Interesting. Congrats though on the engagement and the MVP.
Know who it is yet?
No, I think he's dating some actress. It's not anybody who he had ties with. I looked it up, but I didn't know who it was.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm getting old, so I was like, I don't know who.
But congratulations,
who's actress is. But congrats, sir. Congrats on the MVP and on the engagement. It's big.
Definitely congrats.
Defensive Player of the Year.
He couldn't get a ring this year, so he gave one out.
He getting tired of missing them rings.
Hell no.
You won your first NFC Championship game, then you lost your next 4. Tough.
Oh, so I meant to say that during the Super Bowl part, like Kansas City fans, front office, like don't take this shit for granted. Like,
nope.
early success does not mean you're gonna get back there next year or anytime in the next decade.
Talk
like,
to
2011.
Enjoy it. Don't rest on your laurels. Like, oh, we got the next 10 years are ours. Nope. Just keep pushing.
Enjoy every game. And I'm at a point in my fandom because Aaron Rodgers is getting towards the end of his career and his playing time with the Packers where I'm like, I enjoy the regular season. Yes, it definitely sucks that we lost the Super Bowl, but I will not take for granted the fact that I was able to watch back-to-back Hall of Fame quarterbacks play for this team. And we were consistently good my lifetime. Like, that is like, I understand we want the Super Bowl. Like, I want them to. But I'm also not going to take for granted the fact that we've always had a shot. We were always in it. And in football, that's all I can really ask for outside of better coaching. But
real quick question for Packers fans. Like, I feel like for me, it's just like, can we just get to the Super Bowl at this point? Like, if we get there, gravy. Like, I want to win it, but it's like we've been on the doorstep so much. Like, for me personally, it's just like I just want to get there and then like see what happens. Are y'all there? Or are you like, nah, it still would suck if we lose the Super Bowl?
No, I would rather lose in the big game, than lose in the playoffs. Like, if I'm gonna lose let me lose in the last game. Like
of course I want to win. Of course we all.
Of course.
Right. But I mean, like, would you like right now? It feels like, oh damn, like we can't even get to the Super Bowl. Like, if you got there, would it be like, okay, like we ain't winning, but this was satisfactory. Like this, I feel good about our season.
Yeah, I've always just said I wanted Aaron to get there at least twice because Favre got there at least twice. And I thought, like how you mentioned the Chiefs fan, I thought that was going to be like, I thought we were going to be on a roll. I thought when we won that first one, it was about to be but it wasn't. It was just heartbreak after heartbreak after heartbreak. But
sounds familiar.
We're a little better than the Bears.
We ain't been there since '85. Goddammit, what you be? I wasn't even born. I wasn't even born the last time we won a Super Bowl.
When y'all last won.
How many times have y'all been to the championship game? Even though, like,
they had the coach against Peyton.
I was gonna say,
fuck Peyton Manning.
And then that year that Cutler like got hurt. But other than that, like, that's twice.
So again, I won't take for granted what we have because we could always be the Bears.
Whoa, we relax. Fuck.
You were just saying it.
It hurt. It hurt coming from someone else.
But the other award winners include Aaron Donald, who won Defensive Player of the Year.
Correct.
Derrick Henry, who won Offensive Player of the Year.
Beast.
Man.
These are all no-brainers.
Justin Herbert, who won Offensive Rookie of the Year.
Except that one.
You said what?
Jefferson.
I said these are all no-brainers except that one.
Except for Herbert?
Jefferson?
Yeah. Because Justin Jefferson?
I don't think that Herbert winning is one of those where it's like, what a disgrace. Like, how dare they not give it to Justin Jefferson? Like, I think both were worthy, but like,
I mean, we know how
quarterback always gonna get denied.
Like, so it's a quarterback. It's a more, the position is a different, like, quarterback get the weight because they do more.
That's
like,
I gotta look up how many top 10 categories he was in versus Justin Jefferson at the wide receiver position.
I mean, it's quarterback versus receiver.
Right. Like it's just it's different. And Herbert himself, when he found out he won, he was like, "Oh, like I was cool. I was happy being in the conversation with Jefferson because they both were great. Like it's not like
for sure.
Like if Vikings fans want to say Jefferson should have won, there's an argument for that. But I don't think that it's like ridiculous that he did not win the award.
It's a travesty. He should have got it anyway.
Right. Defensive Rookie of the Year was Chase Young.
Yep.
No brainer.
The Walter Payton Man of the Year award went to Russell Wilson.
I got look. How many times did this man win that award? It felt like he won this award all the time.
I had the opposite. I was like, has he never won this before? Because I was like, I don't think he had won it. Because I was like, how is this my first time seeing Russ associated?
He's a gentleman and a scholar.
I feel like he should have won it. But no, it's a lot of good dudes out there.
So it's a lot of good dudes. That's a big league too. That's something to think about too. It's a lot of people to pick from. Comeback Player of the Year, Alex Smith.
For sure.
Now retire, please.
Please. You have nothing else to prove.
Nothing.
And then Coach of the Year went to Kevin Stefanski, the Browns coach.
Congrats.
They had
Great season.
Have a good year.
Yeah, had a good year. Had a good year. All right, Cam, what are we talking about now?
Still on the football tip, President Joe Biden says that his administration intends to take up the NFL's offer to use the league's stadium as COVID-19 vaccine sites.
I didn't even know that was on the table. That's tight. The stadium's big enough.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, I should help with
all right
events and stuff like that.
Cam went with a hit it and quit it.
Well, arigato. All right, KD. So I guess we'll keep on rolling on this. Kevin Durant was placed into the league's health and safety protocol. Last week, Durant drove a team employee who later that evening returned with a positive test of COVID-19 during the Nets' home loss to the Toronto Raptors. Now, the NBA's health and safety protocol state that any player exposed to someone with COVID-19 must quarantine for 6 days.
That was. Did you see the game? Did you see like the actual game when
I
he was
seen the clip of them pulling him though.
So he did not start because they were trying to figure the stuff out, and then they were all right, man. Like we think you're good. You can go ahead and go out. So he was playing, and then he's on the bench in the third quarter. I think he had like 5 fouls too at the time, and he was sitting there kind of like, dang, like all right, like he was already kind of frustrated with how the game was going. And they came out and was kind of like, hey, bro, you gotta go back there because we gotta put you in the protocol. And you saw it on his face where he was just like, like then he's in the back talking about tweeting free me, and the people see that it's a ruse. I'm like, oh my, okay, KD.
Yeah, I mean,
Wow.
For one, like I get his frustration because like he had COVID, I think back in like March or April. Then he has to go into quarantine earlier this season because of like somebody testing positive around him, and now this time, so like he's been affected by COVID more than any individual in the NBA at this point, I think.
I think Carl Anthony Towns would disagree.
Like, you said who?
Carl Anthony Towns would probably disagree.
Okay, his basketball has been disrupted more, I guess, directly. But yeah, like I guess if you're still investigate, like if you're waiting for test results to come back that will possibly put somebody into quarantine, like why would you then allow them to be on the court? Like
makes no sense.
Or be around people, period.
But wait,
that's your concern.
Shouldn't they have stopped the game then if he was directly correlated with someone he out there playing already with fouls?
Another great question.
Like they kept the game rolling. So if you pull that one who's already been playing, the whole game should have stopped. Refs and everybody in that stadium at that point, whoever, because he was rolling around maskless on the floor, all of that shit should have stopped.
That actually reminds me of that. It was a Philly game earlier this year where they like pulled Steph Curry off the bench, and then like half the team had to go into quarantine. It's like, okay, what about the team that they were playing? Like, why would just because they?
Yeah, y'all cool.
Like the rules for this shit is weird, and it feels like they're making it up as they go.
It sounds like. But we'll see because they didn't cancel how many Memphis games this year? They just now starting to play for you.
Shoot,
how many Boston games?
Man.
How many Washington games? Like, they've been pulling those games left and right. Go ahead and sit them Nets down, too, because they need to. If Durant's tested or whoever he was with, if it's a team employee and he was with Durant and Durant was on the floor. Granted, that's not what they want to do, or they clearly, because they still been playing.
But I mean, I guess, like, not in the least defense, but, like, if Kevin Durant would have adhere to the protocols, he wouldn't have been in the car with somebody
without a mask on.
So, right.
Yeah.
But let's just say they're not in the bubble anymore. Like the NBA got so much praise for how they pulled off the bubble, and like now it just seems like it's the Wild Wild West.
It's wild how quickly that changed. Like they started off being like the champions of COVID safety and protocol, and now it's like
we're suspending our season. Now we're doing the bubble. Made through no positive tests. Now look at you.
Tripping.
This isn't on a rundown, but it just came across, so I wanted to talk about it. So the Chiefs have placed assistant coach Britt Reed on administrative leave. He actually got into a car accident last week prior to the Super Bowl that left a 5-year-old girl in critical condition. So that's Andy Reid's second oldest son. And like his two oldest sons have had some problems. Like one of them actually passed from a drug overdose in 2009. And like both of those sons were like in and out of prison, like for drug offenses. And like, I think the judge even said like, well, I read that the judge said like the house was like a drug factory or something like that. Like it was really bad. And like, it just kind of like, it's kind of glossed over. So like this to pop up the week before the Super Bowl is kind of like, here, like you still ain't get your house in order type of thing. Like
some people mention that they think that's part of why the Chiefs weren't as focused and ready to play. And I was like, I'm sure that can be a factor of it, but I can't give their whole loss to that.
No. And I mean, in the grand scheme of things, like that's less important anyway. So it's like that being football is less important than this dude getting his life in order, and this 5-year-old girl is like in critical condition. So
yeah. Is it my turn?
Yep, bring us back up.
Right. Okay. Let's see what we got here. You know what? Let's go to the radio. Let's just knock that out. So Ken, for the folks who are new here and might not be familiar, could you please explain to them what the radio segment is?
This is a part of the show where we play a song that is sport adjacent. It's either written, composed, created by someone in the sports realm. Tim is our DJ. DJ, give it to me.
Give it to me.
And this is our backstage production meeting.
Amen. So I do want to point out, because we are transitioning to doing live radio on Tuesdays, this will be the last time that we have the radio segment on the show. It will now become a social media exclusive. So enjoy
all the things that Tim read off at the beginning of the show. Make sure you follow in there.
Yep. That's where you will catch WTECK radio going forward. So this week,
it's beautiful.
The good news didn't want the competition. They had
so
on the radio around here, hey,
last
69.9, 69 is fine, is what it said.
Listen, okay, last week's show, we played a song from Big Chess Brown, Antonio Brown, and it led to Tim saying he wished that we played some more Arian Foster music. So this week, we're going to play some Arian Foster music. So Arian Foster, former Texans running back, his rapper name is Bobby Feeno.
Bobby Feeno.
And this week's song is Bobby Feeno featuring Jack Freeman, Watermelon Sunrise.
Watermelon
Sunrise. This song.
You said you got this song?
I think I got this song.
Oh, so you should know how to bring it in already.
Let me check.
We ain't got time to check and see.
You got to count me down anyways. I'm checking.
Do you want Dooch to play the music as you talk, or do you want to cue Dooch in on when to play the music?
No, I can go ahead. Let the music play, and then I'll talk over it.
All right. Cam, would you count us down and go live on air, please?
Yes. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. WTECK Radio 69.9 FM, where 69 is fine.
Yeah. WTECK Radio 69.9 with 69 is fine. We got Bobby Feeno. Sunshine, watermelon sunshine.
But it's like I'm walking right into something, you know what I'm saying? You feel good. Yeah, look, I got 40 billion in places to my 48, cause we did it, nigga, we major. Fresh line in the tapers and splitting cable with neighbors. And niggas running with pages, now niggas running with rumors like they home a favor. The faith and the fame wavered. Abel and Cain came and it went. This life shit's just as great as it gets. I'm King Griffey, but they want a picture to me underhand. This is a dream, now it's like Alice in Wonderland. The fam fuck with the plan, the fish pop in the pan. I told my man, stay the fuck off the gram. Double tapping them pics, them hoes home for life. She stepped foot on one flight, and she going for life. That technology love, that commodity love. Holding on for dear life, like this gotta be love. Got that kung fu grip on heartbeat, you wrong though. Titanic sinking, you still singing your song, yo. I grab my watermelon sunrise.
Oh, the beat change completely caught me off guard. I didn't realize.
His face was like, oh.
You only love me sometimes. Everything I do, yeah. She likes it, she likes it, she likes it.
So do you have this in your collection?
Grab my watermelon sunrise. Yeah. Breaking off the top, rhyming in hot water was common. Now I'm boiling roots in hot water with shaman. Time cover the scars, tab cover the ball. A man got him a deal, a crab got him a blog. Dealer got him some
the verses more than the
got him a
chorus. I will
pipe.
say that.
Ops got him a case, the seesaw and the life on the beach, getting the tan. My peeps getting the jam. I turn into the head coach, flea flicking the plan, re-bricking the dam, rebranding the soul. Like you keep digging for gold, I keep pushing this code down. Slow it down, they say, but I got my back on the ropes. Now I know how Hope felt fighting ghosts, but pious is pious. All they hear is the bias, all they know is the price. So I'll be fighting them both. Real niggas gon' feel that. Ballin', I made my meal at, but I go toe to toe with them all, nigga. This is real rap. I grab my watermelon sunrise.
This part though, this throws me off a little bit when you get
another
there.
drink of you.
It's such a
Love me sometimes.
well, yeah, it's like we just swerved real quick off the road.
She likes it, she likes it, she likes it. But I like you, but I like you.
Singing ain't singing hard.
And it gets harmonized. I like it. I added it.
I want to add it to my collection, but it's all right.
I had a song already, The Swan, with him and Xavier Omar.
I have no idea who Xavier Omar is.
Oh, I'm gonna send you Xavier Omar. Yeah.
Put me on. Put me on. So that was what y'all think of the song outside of Tim?
Outside of the skirt, you know, it was cool.
I just said outside of Tim, and you the first one to talk.
Y'all are the first one to talk.
So then y'all not gonna talk. What's going on, man? That's why Tim be talking. See, I understand.
Hey, man, I enjoyed it.
I'm just saying.
I understand, Tim. I understand,
Tim.
fam.
Hey man, fuck Tim. But I fucked with the song though.
All right, Cam, what's the next topic?
Let me see. I guess we can get some injuries off.
Get some injuries off. It's wild.
Oh, that's how.
Wow. Get these injuries off.
Hey, chill out, bro. The Cleveland Cavaliers, Larry Nance Jr. He's going to miss 4 to 6 weeks with a fractured finger. Bulls, Larry Markkinen.
You call him Larry?
No, I said Larry. No, I didn't, did I?
I ain't call him Lauren.
Laurie like the seasoning.
Yeah, I said Larry.
I like that, Larry.
Yeah. He will miss 2 to 4 weeks. Steve Nash believes that Shumpert spraying left hamstring will cost him at least 1 to 2 weeks on the sideline.
Them soft tissue injuries. Those are the ones when you working yourself back into shape.
Yeah.
It's tough.
He's probably pushing himself too.
Hell yeah.
And hamstrings are to play with because you think you okay, and the next thing you know, you bent the wrong way, and now your hamstring hurt all over again.
You got to stop stroking on his tippy toes.
You know, I'm not even going to. Tim, what we going to talk about?
All right. So, big KG, big ticket, Kevin Garnett, he said that I don't think guys from 20 years ago can play in today's NBA. So, it's just a direct quote.
That ain't exactly what he said.
Well,
I think he was saying like he's about to read the direct quote. At least that's what I
was about to read the direct
assume.
quote.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's your take on the current state of the NBA? He said the game is at another level.
You ain't gonna read it like KG would? You ain't gonna pretend to be you ain't got no KG energy? You ain't got no KG energy?
No.
You know, you got to sprinkle a couple F bombs in there.
Energy, fam.
Yeah.
Let me just get my shit up. All right. So I know you said that you made the team with Vancouver, but I want you to get on the court, sprint corner to corner, stop on the dime, and shoot a three. I want you to do that 10. I want you to do 10 of those. Then I want you to focus on how tired you are, because these players do that for 48 minutes. I don't think guys from 20 years ago could play in this game. 20 years ago, guys use their hands to control players. The fact that you can't touch players gives the offensive players so much flexibility. Defensive players have to take angles away and stuff like that. But if you have any creativity and ambition, you can be a great offensive player in this league. The fadeaways, the one-legged runners, the one-leg balance shots, you know, that's the stuff Dirk used to do, you know, Dirk Nowitzki brought to our game. And now when I watch Joker play, it feels like he has taken that Dirkness and mixed it with his own talent. And Steph Curry has taken revolutionized things with being able to shoot from distance with such consistency. Klay Thompson, Dame Lillard, these guys changed the game. I don't know if even the guys from 20, 30 years ago could play at this time right here. It's creative. It's competitive. It's saucy. You'll get dropped. A motherfucker will cross you over and break your ACL these days. The game is in a great place, though.
It was cool hearing KG take up for the players of today.
It was.
When you normally hear the old heads, you know, hating Shaq. But I feel the same way about this statement that I normally do about like the other side of it, in the sense of like who can play in what eras of the league. And I feel like just about all of the greats, their games translate to any era. Like, I don't think that, especially offensively gifted players, I mean, they would probably get exposed more defensively, but they're going to get you those buckets at a higher level. Can you imagine Iverson? Like, you got someone like
Iverson.
You can't touch Jordan. You can't touch Jordan. Like Larry Bird. I just think that certain talents just translate no matter the era. Like, I think LeBron could have played in any era of the NBA that he wanted to. Like, people, but he ain't physical enough. Like, we joked about, you know, how he'd be lying about his injuries, but it's also product of the time. Like, he knows how to sell what he got to sell. But if you put LeBron in the 90s, I don't think that he would have like wilted under the pressure. Like, he's a big, like, he would just adjusted his game. Like,
6'9", 270, bro. Hey, you could throw elbows at this time, huh?
And like the last thing Camille said is the point. Like, great players adapt. Like, they make the adjustments. Like, yeah, there's a lot more running, a lot more activity, a lot smarter. Like, you have to be smarter with your defense. But again, great players adapt to their surroundings. And like, you think that Michael Jordan wouldn't be doing like, you know, high altitude cardio training, like to be able to run, like, you got your damn mind. Like, Mike started lifting weights because he knew like that was what would get him past the Pistons. Like, not nobody else, but like weightlifting wasn't like a part of NBA training back then. Like, you train for basketball by playing basketball. He brought race training into it. So
you didn't play in the summer.
So that's the thing. Like, I again, like to Camille's point, I think that not anybody, but like great players are gonna be great across generations because like they figure it out and they had a drive to be great. So they're gonna keep working until they break through.
Are there any players that you think were great back then that might have been like derailed a little bit playing in today's game because of like the social media era, just having all of their actions clocked?
Yeah.
Iverson will be in trouble.
Hell yeah.
Bro, man, Rodman was already an issue.
That is
with social media, that would have been a whole nother level.
Oh my God. It'd have been terrible.
They really would have saw Mike Gambler.
Been terrible.
Oh, Barkley already got in trouble when he was in Milwaukee, throwing dudes through glasses and.
I mean, but like as they have outed themselves to be, like a lot of them they would take the criticism, but like it would affect them a lot more than they realize. I think. Mm-hmm. Like Charles Barkley don't even be on the internet now because he talk about like how trash people are. Like, you think he like people tweeting about his kids or tweeting about his woman or whatever, like snitching on him when he go out to bars. Like, you think he wouldn't get irrationally angry about that and have it seep into his play? Like,
yeah, for sure.
Yeah, just some wild stuff. Like, they deal with a lot now. I mean, they dealt with a lot then, but that social media is another monster.
It's a different
monster.
They used to be able to do stuff on the low, like unless someone literally saw them, somebody could take a picture of them doing whatever they saw them doing. You have to go back to your friend and be like, "I just saw and your friend probably don't believe you half the time. Like, you ain't see them there. Like, I did. I swear I did. And now you take a picture and prove it. So, yeah.
I was going to talk about the trade that happened, but I'm going to say that for Ken.
Yeah, that is his boy.
I guess I'll tell all the sad stories this week. So we actually had a couple of deaths within the sports world. First, longtime ESPN Sports Center reporter Pedro Gomez passed away unexpectedly on Sunday, February 7th. Gomez, who began at ESPN in 2003, was 58 years old. Former Chiefs, Browns, Chargers, Washington head coach Marty Schottenheimer passed away on Monday night. He was 77. And then there was an ESPN reporter, a Yahoo Sports reporter that passed away. Give me 1 second, I forgot to get his name. I think it was Taryn Perez. And he was 38.
Wow.
So, rest in peace to those guys.
Yeah, man. That sucks.
All right. Oh, geez. Where do I go from there? Russell Wilson said that he's getting...
Rez Taylor is his name.
Okay. Rest in peace, for sure. And condolences to the family and all those who were affected. That's tough. I feel like we've been losing a lot of people. Like, it's happening more rapidly. And speaking like just personally, like seeing the elders starting to leave is it's a circle of life. Like, I think about like Cicely Tyson's passing, where it's like it's a circle of life. She lived a very full life, but it's like it doesn't make it less sad. Like, it's like losing that wisdom from them elders is it's tough. It's tough because next thing you know, we're gonna be them elders, and I don't know if I'm ready to have that type of responsibility on my plate yet. So, but I will also just take this moment before I get into Russ to say, like, if you do have elders in your life, grandparents, older aunties, uncles, whatever the case may be, make sure you spend some time with them and check in.
Definitely.
There's so much knowledge to learn, and once these people leave this earth, all of what they can offer you leaves with them. Mm-hmm. So we should all just take advantage of the opportunities we have to spend with people when we can spend them with people.
Most definitely. Give them their flowers while they're here. For
sure. Tell your friends you love them. Tell your people you care about them. Check in on folks. Just keep doing that. Keep doing that. That's what this year's reminded. The last year's reminded me. Just keep love on your people. But Russell Wilson, he said that he's frustrated by the amount of times that he's been hit throughout his career. And he also expressed a desire to be more involved with the team's personnel decision. Now, for the record, in just in case you didn't know, Russ has been sacked almost 400 times in his career.
Everybody knows.
394 to be exact. And that is the most that a player has ever been sacked in their first 9 seasons since the merger took place back in 1970.
The running joke is Russ say hike and run. We know this. We know this. This man says hike and takes the fuck off. That's why he's so crafty in the pocket. He has no choice. He ain't never had no help. That's what I told y'all. They ain't never had no line there. Ever.
That's why I was laughing at some of the gifs that came out in memes with Pat Mahomes. It was a clip from Remember the Titans where Denzel was talking to player like, oh, it wasn't fun now, was it? And it was like Deshaun Watson talking to Pat Mahomes. That was probably Russ too. Like, it ain't fun running the whole game now, is it? Is it?
Magic happen and shit.
Bet you wish you had a pocket, don't you? But yeah, this is the first time that Russ has ever publicly expressed any degree of displeasure with the franchise and the fact that he mentioned he don't want to get hit no more. He wants some more input on personnel decisions. So we'll see what happens with Russ. It's, players speaking out in the NFL is something new. So I'm here for Russ speaking his mind. But it makes me wonder, Do you think there should be a line drawn with how much input a player can have on personnel decisions? Because you think of a situation, it's a different sport, but LeBron built the Cleveland Cavaliers, and then once he left, like that team, it like
crumbled.
Yeah, because it was built on.
I think that's the fact of having a superstar. Like, if you have your franchise quarterback or your franchise player in basketball, like, if you want to keep them happy and satisfied, like, you kind of got, like, it's a partnership at that point. So they should have a level of influence. Like, I'm not saying like they need to be the GM, but at the same time, like, I think that if it's their team and you try to you saying that they're the leader and they're like, they should have some input on like who their troops are.
Yeah, absolutely.
But on the flip side, I was gonna say originally, like, also, you know, quarterbacks, like, they take these big ass contracts and then they're upset because they don't have the weapons or the offensive line or the defense. And it's like, well, I mean, we're paying you a quarter of our salary cap. How are we supposed to pay these people? Which I mean, I don't begrudge them. Like, yeah, give every cent that people offer you, but at the same time, like, you also got to recognize that when you take that, you know, highest contract in NFL history, like, there's a trade-off that comes with it.
Mm-hmm.
Target.
I agree. Ken, you want to talk about D-Rose, your boy?
Oh, yeah, I can talk about D-Rose. So Detroit has agreed to trade guard Derrick Rose to the New York Knicks for Dennis Smith Jr. and a 2021 second-round pick. So Derrick Rose reunites with Thibodeau, who coached him in Chicago and also Minnesota. So that's dope. And then he always wanted to play in New York. He always, you know, calls it the Mecca, and, you know, he liked the nostalgia of it. So,
This is return to the Mecca.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He loves to play there anyway, so it just makes sense. And then Thibodeau,
wherever Tibbs go,
he got to get a boy.
He makes sure, D Rose is right there.
He got to get his boy.
I mean, now that Miami is kind of a sinking ship, I'm going to go get Jimmy.
Yeah.
I still don't understand what's happening
Randall,
in Miami.
He's been balling. I'm sorry.
He has.
Dragic still been hurt too. Like, he was a key call.
I mean, like, in Miami's defense, like, one, I can't appreciate that Giannis kind of tanked a whole bunch of teams. Like, Dallas, Toronto, and Miami all, like, make moves this summer because they were trying to wait for next year, and then he resigned after they couldn't make any other moves. But yeah, like, I know Miami got hit hard with COVID at one point too. Like, Jimmy apparently lost like 10, 15 pounds when he had COVID. Like, it actually affected him. Like, he wasn't asymptomatic. So,
and Dragic was out for a minute, and he still he been playing hurt.
Yeah, they got to figure that out. But
anyway, D-Rose. I know a lot of Knicks fans I saw on Twitter were concerned like he was going to come in and take Emmanuel Quickly's minutes, and like there's, you know, New York, whenever there's a new player that comes on the scene, like that's the next, you know, savior of the Knicks. But it's like it's a lot of guard minutes to go around. Like, I think he'll be fine.
Yeah,
and they might play more at the two, like the Pistons did.
Mm-hmm.
Just another guard out there on the court. And D Rose himself too said, like, I'm here to be a vet. Like, I'm here to help the young guys. So I just had the chance to play in New York again. Thanks, Tibbs. So here we go.
Just make sure Tibbs knows that, like, because, you know, Tibbs would run out and play him for 35 minutes.
Forget about the young guys.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But I like that for two reasons. One, I like it because it just gives New York another vet. Like, they've actually been competitive this year, which I can't say for the last couple of years. So kudos to them for that. And then also, like, that kind of takes him off the board for other contenders. So
the East is looking wild right now. I'm looking at the standings from Boston, who's number 4, down to Cleveland, who's number 10. They're separated by 2 games total. That's a wild shit. Boston is 12-10, and Cleveland is 10-15.
Yeah, we're still not too far into the season where any team that's playing bad is out of it. Like, you can turn around with a win, except for the Wizards.
And Detroit.
You can turn around with a nice long win streak. So just keep hooping.
Yeah.
And shout out to y'all, and I'm pointing to Ken and Camille. Y'all boys balling.
LaMelo.
I mean, we've been trying to tell y'all for years now.
Man.
Ain't nobody been trying to listen though. We've been trying to tell y'all. We've been waiting for this. We knew this is what he was gonna do, man.
We saw the greatness.
Yes.
He's been so good that like ESPN, Bleacher Report, all of them, they done dumped Zion. Like fuck that.
We got a different one.
Melo, you got
one of the ball boys over there.
Balling.
He is.
Actually, Lonzo's been playing pretty good too.
Mm-hmm.
Do y'all think Lonzo gets traded before the deadline? I know that's all random, but I know.
Probably.
Yeah,
like it doesn't seem like they have him like as a key piece of their future, but the way he been playing, like he might have changed his mind.
Yeah, changed it. Yeah, he been balling.
Man, LaMelo, youngest player ever to make 7 threes in the game.
Out here.
Would y'all trade DJ for Lonzo?
Yes.
Yes, it's not too many people I wouldn't trade DJ for.
Anybody.
Come on, man.
Yeah, I
Come
gave
on,
up
man.
on DJ, huh?
It's time to go. What,
You talking about DJ Wilson?
Yeah.
Augustine.
Oh,
Either one.
Augustine. You can take him too. For Lonzo?
Yes. Well,
What? Come on.
how's that even a
I
question?
forgot. Listen, I don't even think about DJ Wilson. I forgot about that nigga.
That's what I was like, wait, DJ Wilson? What? How's that a question?
I was talking about Augustine. Damn, I sure forgot about DJ.
You have to get to like Dante for it to even be like a consideration on my part. Like anybody on the bench, say for probably Bobby Portis. Even that one, I'd be like, he on a 1-year contract, he ain't coming back. Build for the future.
Shoot, Bobby might.
Bobby hooping.
Bobby loves it here. From everything I see, he be on Twitter tweeting this like this the happiest he's ever been. And I always forget that Bobby Portis is only 25 years old. I feel like he's older than what he is. But anywho, are we doing other transactions now? Or are we moving?
Might as well. There's what much. Can.
Can't like I done X'd out the. I was just talking about D Rose.
Yeah. So
You got it.
hold on. Yeah. How you said his last name?
Vonleh.
Okay. So free agent Noah Vonleh is expected to sign a deal with the Brooklyn Nets. Vonleh provides immediate rotational depth to the Nets.
Yeah, they just need any warm body that's 6'9" or taller.
Facts.
He wasn't terrible last time he was with a team either, was it? He was with New York, wasn't he?
Maybe.
I don't remember where he last played at.
I think he might have
honest
been
with
last year.
But yeah, I would say I always thought he was supposed to be another one of those cats that it was like Julius Randle. Wasn't he supposed to like a Julius Randle clone coming out of college or some shit like that?
Dang, I didn't realize he was that old. He drafted back in 2014.
Yeah.
He's averaged 5 points and 5 rebounds.
Yeesh.
Like I said, warm body that's 6'9" or taller.
He was picked what top 10 out of Indiana.
9. You close. He was number 9.
I was gonna say he's a top 10
drafted
pick
by Charlotte.
Yeah, he was supposed to be nice, but say my vie.
Hey, everybody can't be LaMelo.
That's once in a lifetime.
Last but not least,
Yeah. Indiana assistant coach Bill Feeno resigned citing mental health. Oh, shit,
that.
No.
I definitely added that on there because we've spent time on this show just talking about the importance of mental health and everything that goes along with that. And I thought that it was notable that he decided to resign. He said he's not ruling out coaching in the future and or anything like that, but to take care of himself. Take care of himself.
We got to.
The NBA grind with the pandemic, and then on top of that, he had some personal losses. Lost both of his parents within a year of each other. And he also had multiple close friends who passed away during the pandemic. And that's enough to weigh on anybody to affect your job performance. So definitely sending out positive vibes to Coach Feeno as he continues taking his mental health seriously and getting the help that he needs.
For sure.
All right.
Tim, what we on?
Some trade rumors, and you know what? Some football. So, Carson Wentz and the Eagles have been working on the trade. These cats said they want a Matthew Stafford-like package for Carson Wentz. They do know Matthew Stafford is a hell of a lot better of a quarterback than Carson Wentz. This is why he got 2 firsts, a third, and another starting caliber quarterback. Because Matthew Stafford is a good starting quarterback. Carson Wentz is not a good starting quarterback. Carson Wentz got benched for a rookie this year after you gave him a big contract extension. Carson Wentz has not been good enough for y'all to get this package back. I almost wanted to blow the whistle on him for asking for such a... It was bold as fuck for asking some shit like that. Just throw that out there like no. So is that a sign that you're not going to trade him then?
What's crazy is that the 2 teams that have been in the strongest running for Wentz are the Colts and the Bears. And from what I've read, the Colts were like, okay, if you asking for all that, you're going to have to give us a player or a pick or something back because that's a lot. And the Bears apparently are growing impatient because they like, what we offer. You going to take it or not? Because you asking for a lot. The Bears kind of think that they might be overvaluing Carson Wentz, but I don't know why the Bears.
What the fuck? They even be thinking that this is the logical choice that we should go. It's fucking all these quarterbacks out here, yo. This is the biggest summer for quarterbacks to be out here, yo. All these quarterbacks. We got Bridgewater. We got Cam out here. Like, come on, bro. Y'all go to Carson Wentz, bro? Come on, stop it, bro. This is what it is being a Bears fan, man. They constantly just smack you in the face and say, fuck you.
I wonder if y'all did get Carson Wentz, would y'all be trading Foles to get him? Or would y'all be trying to do Philly part 2?
You gonna keep Foles too? Like, what the fuck?
He's trying to copy you. All right, and then you get hurt at the end, right? Like we rehearsed, and then we're gonna throw the ring. That's how we got the ring last time, right? That's the playbook. Okay, that's what we're gonna do. If they get wins, they go keep Foles. Trust me.
I think Foles the only quarterback on your roster too.
Yeah. For Winston's sake, I think like the Colts will probably be the best situation for him. 1, they don't have a starting quarterback, and 2, like it reunites him with the offensive coordinator from when he was good. So,
and 3,
like, that's going to believe in. Yeah, they have a line. He's going to believe in him. Get him a coach that he's familiar with and comfortable with. Like maybe because it seems like that was what kind of doomed him in Philly. I mean, aside from the injuries, was that he felt like Doug Peterson lost confidence in him. So,
I mean, the Colts need him, but like the Colts literally are a quarterback away from being like perennial because that defense is amazing. That offensive line is crazy. Jonathan Taylor is a monster. Like Phillip Rivers had a good ass year behind that line. Jonathan Taylor in the top 5 in rushing yards because of that line. You put Carson Wentz back there with his old coordinator, he'll probably find some magic. Then we won't be calling him ass.
And I think that he's a good buy low candidate. Like I know, like the price ain't low, like what Philly is apparently asking for, but we all know that that's not what they're getting. I also don't blame them for asking for it because, like, hey, if somebody's dumb enough to get it, I mean, jump this high, like, fuck it, let's go. But I think, I think it will end up getting done way lower than that price that they're asking for.
Some analytics dude told him that because of Carson Wentz's age and MVP, that he's worth that package. Some dude.
He won an MVP, or he was just like a finalist.
I believe he was up.
He was a finalist. I don't think he won it.
He was up there because it was the year the golf was actually cold.
Yeah. He was playing well.
Was he the Super Bowl?
Brady won MVP that year.
Damn.
But yeah.
Ty Gurley and Carson Wentz were the runners up.
Yeah, that was he had an MVP.
Of all 3 of them, who's still actually playing good 3 years later.
Life comes at you fast in the NFL.
Unless you Tom Brady.
Unless you Tom Brady. All right, Eric.
Fuck Tom Brady. Former Milwaukee Brewer Chris Davis was traded from Oakland to Dallas for shortstop Elvis Andrews. I just thought that was noteworthy because I actually recognized both names in the MLB. I usually know those 2 players.
Davis left us and we became cold, bro.
Cold
with the A's, man. He was cold. I'm like, no, what the?
I mean, he did hit a bunch of home runs here too. He had a big.
Oh,
he did, right?
He had that big year, and then we turned around and traded him. I thought he was supposed
Tried to sell high, thinking that was it. Like, hey, but
Who they get? Was that Scope?
and the Chris Davis trade.
Yeah,
I can't remember.
I'm gonna look it up. You can go on.
I guess I'll just stay on baseball for a second. We're getting to the end of the topics for the week. The MLB is reportedly making some changes to the baseballs because they're trying to control the home run rate.
You boys hit too many long balls last year.
All because, they hit almost 7,000 home runs last year. So I guess the MLB is like, oh, they're having too much fun. Let's change the ball.
Wait, didn't they want to increase the fun?
Exactly.
And now you're taking the fun away again?
Juicing the balls.
You starting to attack on base and shit. Automatic outs and shit. Oh, yeah, no. Too much fun. Too many runs. Hey, listen, guys. Too much fun. You motherfuckers took that shit to the extreme. 7,000 home runs. Holy shit.
That's a lot of.
That's a lot of fucking home runs. 7,000?
I'm not mad at it, though.
Everybody was knocking the victors.
I told you last time I really, before that Brewers run, we talking about a couple weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
It was the McGuire Sosa. Like, that's when I was like, man, baseball, so fun. And
Juicing.
Judge and Fenton and them cats out here just launching 480-foot home runs.
I love it. God. Give me more home runs.
That's some wild stuff. But yeah, that's gonna be interesting to see how many. I guess they're supposed to be heavier, so we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Apparently, a lot of teams want these new balls though, because the pitchers want to be like, "God, stop with this bullshit."
Yeah, pitchers are the ones who suffering.
This shit smacked on the regular.
Pitchers been ate up this year.
Yeah.
Niggas getting fired. You can't keep the ball in the park. Nobody can.
Exactly. They put too much juice on these balls.
Sir, you gave up 50 home runs. 50 by your damn self.
Juicy.
Next topic. We got 3 more. We got 3 more. We ain't talking about. We are not. Y'all are what? We are not using these episode titles, fam.
Hey, yes.
We are not calling. No. We are no balls juicy. No juicy balls. No.
Hey, I just want you to find a clip art for that shit.
No, exactly. No. Too much juice on the ball. No. It's been wild. Stroking on tiptoes. None of these could work for the title.
Stroking on tiptoes is a great title. I'm sorry. We've all been there. I damn near tell Achilles fucking around.
Anyways.
But yeah, so the WWE legend, the Rock's Miami football card sells for $45K on Super Bowl Sunday.
He would just be having too much money. Like
the Rocks,
college football. I barely paid $45 for that shit.
I wouldn't pay
$45K. You know he got a new show coming out.
Talk about it, Young Rock.
Yeah, it starts next. I think it's next week.
Mm-hmm.
Damn hard.
I seen a commercial for
that quick.
That
quick.
Yeah, I seen a commercial for that
like 2 months ago.
It looks kind of interesting. I might check it out.
I'm gonna check it out.
Just to play
actors.
What we talked about before. Chris Davis was traded for 2 prospects. One was Jacob Nottingham, who I think made it to the big leagues. The other guy was named Bubba Derby. And they were apparently opening up space for Domingo Santana, who did not pan out.
Not at all.
So I mean,
Domingo wasn't bad.
He won Chris Davis.
Yeah,
he won. That's why we was pissed about it. Traded him for peanuts.
Peanuts.
Hey, before we get to the last 2 topics, so Tim and Eric, I don't know if one of y'all just want to finish it up. I just want to give a little special listener shout out. I want to shout out at Mark W. Wellner on Twitter because he be hitting us up all the time. Like, he's consistent. He listens consistently. He be adding us when he sees stuff that he thinks is going to be interesting to us. I just wanted to say, I appreciate you, sir. I appreciate you. Brother. Yeah, last 2 topics.
Get a new profile pic, brother.
I'll run it out.
When he wants to, never mind. He told us a story about a gentleman's establishment that he went to.
Yes, he did.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Love it.
The young man we just mentioned.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Anyway, okay.
That's an archives. That's an archives.
LA Dodgers signed reigning NL Cy Young winner Trevor Bauer to a 3-year, $102 million contract. Now, that's crazy because the Dodgers are already stacked. They already got fucking Greinke. No, not Greinke. Clayton Kershaw over there. And then they already had David Price over there. So now they had 3 former Cy Young winners within like the last 10 decade and shit like that on the squad on top of Walker Buehler. And they got a young pitcher that's coming up, supposed to be like one of the top pitching prospects. Like, them motherfuckers is stacked. It's going to be the Padres and the Dodgers.
I saw a headline and it just said the Dodgers are unbeatable in 2021, says prediction system.
They got Mookie still over there. And they still got the whole no. The Dodgers is unfucking believable, bro. But the Padres they was gearing up.
They was spending that money.
Yeah, they was.
Man,
They've been spending that money.
Those are gonna be some good games. Those are gonna be the games to the Padres. That's interesting.
Like it happened. It felt like it happened slowly over time, but the Dodgers definitely became the Yankees. Like,
yeah,
I mean, they was gonna get there once Magic then took over. That's when
like
it started.
$4 billion or some shit like that for the team. So
There's something up there, yeah. That once that whole group bought the Dodgers out, they was like, nah, this LA. So we need to make this LA. So yeah, they've been slowly getting there. But his contract is for 3 years, $102 million. He has opt-outs after the first 2. So he's expected to make $40 million in 2021 and $45 million in 2022. He'll be the highest paid player in the MLB history in 21 and then again in 2022. This may be short-lived like the WWE 24/7 belt because motherfuckers get paid every day, B. So this is for now. We'll say for now. As of right now, you'll be that highest paid player.
Everybody get paid every day.
Every day, B.
$45 million?
That's look.
Harding offered 50.
I'd be happy if someone hit my hand with 45,000. Like I don't even need the measure. Like just, you know what I can do with 45,000 right now? I could do like I'm not even being great. Like if any athletes that listen to this and they just got some, instead of buying like a bag,
discretionary, fuck it.
Instead of buying a Dwayne Johnson college football card.
Yeah, exactly.
Do that this week.
Hit the Cash App at Camille Monet. Hit the Cash App. Or the hash sign. Hit it. Go ahead.
Where the money reside.
Where the money reside. I'm trying to beat that. Come on.
Wait, did he have a commercial? I ain't see him.
It was in the pre-show, apparently.
Oh, I didn't see the pre-show.
I was looking for it.
It was in the pre-show.
I tuned in like right at kickoff.
I tuned in right after kickoff, but I did go back to watch Jasmine Sullivan do her thing.
I am.
And last,
my son keep busting in this room like he Baby Joker. Like no more locked doors.
looking at you and shit, closing the door slowly.
All he do is like he come bust in the room and then like backs out and runs off. Like,
hey, he said, "Don't lock them doors around me. Don't close that door.
Sure you alive in here.
I need to see you.
You and shit."
Right.
But okay. Last thing, Pro Football Hall of Fame. Congratulations to the 2021 inductees. We got guard Alan Faneca, Coach Tom Flores, wide receiver Calvin Johnson. First time he got it. Of course, we knew. Making sure they get on the first ballot. Safety John Lynch with a lot of controversy and uproar.
Shame that man got in the Hall of Fame before Leroy Butler did.
Leroy.
That's all I'm gonna say about that. And if you disagree, look at the numbers and you tell me how.
And it's only because Lynch is still relevant in like the media and he's still
because he's white.
Now, don't get me wrong, he didn't have a bad career, but Leroy was different. For his generation, for his time, like he was I think the first safety had like 20 sacks and 20 picks, like throughout his career and shit. Like, granted, it's more the guys that do that now, but at the safety position at the time, no, that was different. Mm-hmm. Like Leroy he changed the game, and for Lynch to get in before him, and then you got the next guys up. It's like Ed Reed and Troy Polamalu's is coming up now. Like, damn, when he gonna get his shot? Steve Atwater. I mean, he got in last year, but damn.
Another one. Like, come on, man.
It's been he should have been in. Should have been in there. So
across the board, Leroy Butler's numbers are superior to John Lynch.
Yep.
John Lynch is hitting hard. I mean, not saying that he wasn't a good safety, but his calling card was hitting hard. Like that's what people remember. That Leroy was doing all that shit. He was sacking cats. He was picking the ball off and shit like that. Like he's making the hard hitting tackles. Like he was all over the fucking place. But he'll never show no love, bro. Leroy getting eventually off. Free Leroy. Anyways, Peyton Manning, first time in, first ballot.
Welcome.
Contributor Bill Nunn, wide receiver Drew Pearson, and cornerback safety Charles Woodson.
Congrats.
First time on the ballot as well. Oh, wait, no. Yeah, that was his first time on the ballot as well.
Yep.
That's deserved.
Yeah, definitely.
That is
for sure.
deserved.
Do we have any? Said that he was the greatest. Not Deion no more.
Prime time.
If you want, hey, look, Charles. If you want to argue Charles Woodson versus Deion Sanders, that is an argument that I would love to sit in the stands for as that debate takes place. I'm here for it. I'm here for the argument. Like we can have it. Like, oh, I just had an idea. Don't let me forget to tell y'all when we stop recording because it could be interesting. Do we have any blow the whistles this week?
No, ma'am.
Just the Hall of Famers for not burning Leroy.
All right. So, in that case, let's get into the Tech Top 5.
5, 4, 3,
2,
1. Tech Top 5.
I feel like there may have been a unanimous number one pick, but I don't know yet.
We gonna see. Last week's Tech Top 5 was looking at the greatest black basketball coaches. Ken, you won the poll last week, so congrats, sir.
Hey, turn the roll. Let's get it.
Congrats, sir.
We'll go for 3P.
This week, as mentioned earlier, because it's a holiday episode, as we're treating this as a holiday episode, we're going to be having a draft. So first, we need to establish our draft order. I have a random number generator up. I have a roll button. Who wants their number first?
Me.
Tim? You too.
Hey.
Next.
Might as well go with the tag order.
Yeah. I'm cool
Okay, Eric. You won. I am 3. Come on, man. And Ken is 4.
Hey.
All right. Hey, that's the way it worked out. So this week we are doing black romance movies. It's Valentine's Day weekend. We are drafting movies. So it's a weekend with your boo. Y'all picking out a movie. So I'm very curious. So this is gonna be fun.
Trying to be a director.
Tim with the number 1 draft pick.
No, Eric got it.
Yes, Eric got it.
Oh yeah, Eric with number. Yeah, that's right.
First pick, I select Love and Basketball.
I figured that would be the number 1 pick.
Of course.
What was the other one?
It wasn't your number 1?
Mm-hmm.
I'm rolling with Best Man.
That's a great one.
Okay.
Take that off my list.
Can I ask y'all to type y'all stuff into the doc as you draft? Because I gotta maintain my draft board. You know what I'm saying? All right. So Love and Basketball's off the list.
Mm-hmm.
What did you say? What did you pick?
I picked Best Man.
Best Man's off the list.
Yeah, that's a good one. Though. Wait,
Okay.
remember it's 2 of those. Wait, no, that's only one Best Man. My bad.
No, it's 2 Best Man.
Oh, yeah, it is 2. So which one?
But
You using
the
both?
original. The original, I'm assuming, because he didn't say
the other one
holiday.
has a different title though.
Yeah.
Okay, bet.
Best Man.
That's
All
a
right,
different one. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and just grab Poetic Justice because that's a classic.
Okay.
Where's the top 5 section? I don't see it in here.
It's at the top.
All right. So Love and Basketball, Best Man, and Poetic Justice are off the board. Ken, what do you have? And then also remember you get the first pick in the second round as well. So you get back-to-back picks.
I am going to go with Love Jones. And I am going to go How Stella Got Her Groove Back.
Hey, I'm not mad at it.
Oh, I didn't even think about that one. I used to love
I'm
that
not
one.
mad at that. So what I'm gonna do right here is I'm gonna swerve a little bit. Which one of these movies do I think is more likely to be off the board by the time I come back around? Ooh, I don't know. So I'm gonna just go ahead and pick Boomerang.
That's a good one. Yeah, that was on mine too. That's a good one.
All right, Tim, it's on you.
Waiting to exhale.
Dang it, Tim.
Oh, I
Dang
had that one
it.
too. That's why I should have went first. I don't know why I didn't instead
Dang.
of Stella. That's a good one.
You
I
said what?
got one though.
Is that a romance movie?
It definitely counts. They all having the whole movie about relationships. The whole movie's about relationships.
It's really helping, bro.
And there's definitely like, oh, let's watch Waiting to Exhale tonight. You know, like, yeah, definitely. Come on now. Go on now.
It's about relationships falling apart, not coming together.
Geek show shit.
Hey, there's love in the end, and it's with your friends at the end.
I mean, if that counts, then I can add some stuff to my list because I
Go ahead and add this shit.
But anyway, Brown Sugar.
Brown sugar.
That was next. Yeah,
I had that one.
that was
too.
next. That was when I was deciding between where I was like, which one will be going first, Boomerang or Brown Sugar? And I went with Boomerang because I felt that Tim and Ken were going to go for those. But
And the one I add to my list is The Wood. Like if Waiting to
That
Exhale,
counts.
that counts.
Yeah, that counts.
it would definitely count.
That's one
It's
of my
about
favorite
relationships. Yeah, it's about
movies.
relationships.
Curry bone.
All right, Eric,
You bringing the bite?
or I mean Tim.
I picked two.
Yeah.
Oh, my bad. Then I'm gonna roll with Queen and Slim.
Damn it. You ain't shit.
I'm not mad at that. Let me.
Nobody likes the ending of that movie though. I never saw it.
I didn't see it either. I just heard of it.
movie, man. It really, but no, I don't like the end of the, I mean, you know what? It was a good ass movie because people don't like the end of the movie, but it was a good ass
The movie was still.
No, it was a good movie.
It was a good ass movie.
Hey, I'm gonna trust y'all. I'm gonna go ahead and grab. Let me get Why Did I Get Married?
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
We gotta get Tyler Perry some credit on that one. That's the best movie he ever made.
Yeah, facts.
All right, Ken, you get back to back.
I'm gonna say Best Man Holiday.
Man, that crying ass movie, man.
Hey, bro, I ain't gonna lie, I cried off that shit, bro.
We saw that in the theater, and I had my head on my husband's shoulder, like throughout like the last. But his whole arm was just wet when we got up. Like I was bawling. Like the ending of that movie, it was too man.
And we watched it recently, and they'll hit the same.
Yeah, I can imagine.
He was like, "Fuck this movie, dog."
I'm also like that. See, Ken got the crying movies. Because I'm also like that with how Stella got her groove back. Because when Whoopi, because Whoopi character had cancer, remember? And then
Yeah.
No, spoiler alert. No, I'm kidding.
It's 40 years ago. 50.
Did you say 40 years ago? What the hell?
A long time ago.
The movie came out in our lifetime. Don't you call me?
Yeah, my grandmother used to love that.
40 years ago.
All right.
Yeah, no.
I think we were like 8.
I don't remember how old we were. I know I was a kid, and I remember watching it. And that when I was a kid, it didn't affect me as much. But when I watched it as like an adult, like I was like wrecked. I was like, friendship, like ending and all that, like that's it's a tearjerker. Same thing, Best Man Holiday. But anywho, Ken, did you say both your movies? You said Best Man Holiday, and did you say your
no.
your fourth round pick?
Jason Lyric.
I figured that would be on somebody's list. That did come back around on somebody's list.
I got one I hope that nobody picked. That one is I should have.
So I'm gonna go ahead and take The Bodyguard.
Oh, I got it on there.
Okay. That's
Because
I got a white man.
it's Kevin Costner. Kevin Costner down for the people. And also Whitney is in it. That's the most important part because of the song that Tim is singing right now.
singing the shit out there.
Man, listen, I'm gonna tell y'all, I watched that movie in undergrad when I was going through some things, and I was like in my room. I think I called Sam like, "Girl, The Bodyguard," and she was like, "I don't get it. I don't. What you talking about? You cried at The Bodyguard?" And then we watched it together, and she was sitting there crying too, like The Bodyguard.
That's one of her favorite movies.
It is a great movie.
Is it my turn?
Yes, it is, sir.
Think Like a Man.
Strong.
Yeah,
That's strong. That's an enjoyable movie. Although I didn't like the conversations necessarily that came out of it, like but the movie was good.
It's on me.
You get the last your last two.
Let me get. I Think I Love My Wife.
I was
I
just
just watched that yesterday. I love that movie.
And I haven't watched it yet, but people seem to like it. Malcolm and Marie.
Yo, I just finished that too.
Toxic. I heard that movie.
Zendaya acted her ass off for that shit.
I heard that movie give you a headache like you've been arguing with somebody. I don't need that right now.
You do though. You be like, God damn.
Oh wait, bears are impatient about wins. Chicago going impatient with Eagles. That's hilarious.
You said that like 30 minutes ago. Shut your ass.
What was your? Oh, you said Malcolm Murray. Okay. Tim, what is your fifth and final pick in the draft?
It's one of my favorites, and I'm gonna go with Deliver Us from Evil.
I like that movie too. That's a good movie.
That's with LL, right?
And Gabrielle Union.
Yeah.
Okay. Damn. Can I take my pick back?
Nope. Damn. You locked in, buddy. All right, so I'm gonna end mine. There's a lot of good movies that fit into this category, and I'm torn between a few of them right now.
If somebody don't pick it, can I pick it?
No, you locked in.
It means you're done.
I feel like
I'm gonna go ahead and go with Thin Line Between Love and Hate.
God damn it. All right. I gotta back up. I'm ready. Hold on.
Do you have a backup? No, tell me you have a backup.
Yeah, The Photograph.
Oh, okay.
I haven't watched that yet. I want to see it.
That's an amazing movie, Brian. I ain't gonna lie to you.
I heard that movie is like the opposite of Malcolm and Marie.
Yeah, it is. Like this, it's about pure black love. Yeah. Like ain't one no, cheating or cussing or arguing. Just pure love.
All right, so Eric, what was out of curiosity? What was the movie that you thought of afterwards that you wanted to try to switch out?
Two can play that game.
That was on my short list as well.
We can't fox that one, right?
I feel like I should get it.
That was with nope. That was with Morris Chestnut and Vivica A. Fox. Yeah. Some other great black romantic movies. If y'all have any others that y'all had on y'all list, go ahead and throw them out. But I also had Moonlight on my list. I had Just Right with Queen Latifah and Common.
Beyond the Lights.
Yep. Jump in the Broom.
Yeah. What else?
The Brothers. The Fake Wood.
Yeah.
Fake Wood. The Brothers.
About Last Night.
You seen About Last Night?
He has. I haven't.
Yeah, About Last Night is good. I had that on there.
Hitch.
Oh, I don't know why I didn't put Hitch on my list. That's my shit.
Breaking All the Rules, which is a movie I feel like you would really like, Tim. In my head, like that's a movie that you love with Jamie Foxx.
Like those old ones, stuff like I've seen those. I've seen Breaking All the Rules.
And what I was debating on, my last pick was actually selecting Purple Rain.
You could, that could have been one.
Because technically, if you look at the thing about the plot, Purple Rain, singer meets girl, falls in love with girl wants a career, starts dating his enemy, singer leaves girl, they say some hurtful stuff to each other. He apologizes through song after he works out his daddy issues. They get back together. End of movie,
and I want you,
blue.
Man. Yeah, like it's a lot of good black romantic movies. So
I don't know why I miss Hitch.
I don't know how you like Hitch. Yeah, Hitch seemed like something else to be on your list.
Hitch is like that used to be one of my verbatim movies.
But let's read through our list before we close out. So, with the first pick, you can delete Two Can Play the Game. That's not on the list. What's the list though? We go. This nigga put in the parentheses like I don't control how to grade.
We gonna see that here.
No draft picks, please.
Yeah. So, Love and Basketball, Brown Sugar.
Thank you, sir.
Wood. I Think I Love My Wife. And Two Can Play That Game?
Nope. Malcolm and Marie.
Malcolm and Marie.
Malcolm and Marie. Tim, you had the second pick. What was your selections?
All right. Best Man, Waiting to Excel, Queen and Slim, Think Like a Man, and Deliver Us from Evil.
I like that you got a nice mix of like different ones. Brown Sugar is really. I'm looking at Brown Sugar. That's really. I love that movie. I went third. I had Poetic Justice, Boomerang, Why Did I Get Married, The Bodyguard, and A Thin Line Between Love and Hate.
It's a thin line.
First of all, I meant to say about the thin line between love and hate. Like, if you think that the woman is justified, we can't be friends.
Not justified completely. I can see why she snapped.
I understand why she's angry, but
I understand why she's angry, but I'm not saying you can start doing everything that she did. It's
Bobby Brown was funny as hell in that one.
Bobby Brown was excellent in that movie.
Yeah, that was a perfect role for him.
Just dancing in cutscenes in the club. Yeah, go on, Bobby. And then Ken, you had the fourth pick. What was your draft selection?
Yes, I have Love Jones at 1, 2, How Stella Got Her Groove Back, 3, Best Man Holiday, 4, Jason's Lyric, and then at 5, the photograph.
I'm really curious to see how people vote on these lists. I feel like every list is pretty. Like every list has a movie on there where I'm like, dang, I really love that movie, and it makes me hard to actually pick from one. Yeah. So
make sure y'all participate too. Let us know.
Yeah, for sure.
And let us know yours too. How about that?
Let us know your 5 favorites, since we drafted. This isn't our favorite black romantic movies. Maybe we can do that next year, or do that for Sweetest Day.
Sweetest Day.
Sweetest Day. But yeah, that's the show for this week. We hope y'all enjoyed. As a reminder, make sure that y'all like, follow, rate, and review us everywhere that you can. We really, really appreciate it when y'all take the time out to do that. It's a free way to support the pod, and it helps us grow in more ways than you can imagine. So thank y'all who have already done that, and thank you to all that will.
Yes.
Hope y'all enjoyed the show. Another reminder, download that Good News app. Catch us on there live next week, Tuesday. We will remind y'all again on social media, so don't worry about it. It's not going to be the last time you hear about it. Unless you listen to this episode like a month after we dropped it, in which case, irrelevant. But
you still download the app, though.
Yeah, you still download that, but it's old news at this point. But anyways, if you want to follow me on social media, you can catch me.
Wait a minute.
On Twitter at Camille Monet, CAMILLEMONAE, or Cash App.
Because your mom is fancy. Or Cash App.
Or Cash App. I didn't forget about that. You can give them Cash App.
Twitter on Twitter.
That's all you get.
Yep.
Everyday_gentleman on Instagram. K Harris 216 on Twitter and Snapchat.
And it's your boy, TIMKINZ, the number 3, aka Ass Ketchup, aka Mr. Give It To Me. Ain't no fun when the rabbit got the gun. Pew, pew, pew. We'll see y'all next week, dog.
Sounds y'all.
This has been a presentation of the Break Media.